Hi, everybody, and welcome back to La Capricornia with me, Priscilla Moreno. As always, make sure you stay until the end so I can go over your guided tarot message. Okay, so I'm going to talk about waiting for the right time. Um, I know this is going to sound so cliche, but it is so true is there is never a right time for anything. And in all honesty, I feel like we come up with this phrase to basically hold ourselves back because we see all these negatives of what's holding us back, right? So, for example, when I was first moving here, I didn't know anybody out here, right? So, I was telling myself like, "Oh my gosh, who's going to help me if this happens? What's going to happen if this happens? My kids, this, that." I started putting all these cons of what could happen that hadn't even happened yet, right? And I basically told myself, you know, like hold on. At that time I really had to tell myself like hold on, look at your benefits out of this. And I really love the benefits and I really felt guided to come here. And when I put myself in that situation finally, I overcame all that. It was a little stressful. I'm not going to act like it was perfect, but I overcame all of it because I decided to take, yes, the uncomfortable road. But I figured it out, right? I came here, started looking for school, started looking for the daycare, started getting everything prepped. I am blessed that I can sometimes work from home when needed. So I can figure it out if they get sick or there's something going on. So, again, if I didn't take that chance, if I said, you know what, maybe in a couple years when the kids are bigger, or if I said, I'm waiting for the right time or not right now, if I had said any of those things and believed in that, I wouldn't have manifested what I was manifesting for my future, right? I wouldn't have gotten to the goal of where I am now if I let my mind control me like that. And it goes back to what you tell yourself, you guys. Are you going to tell yourself, yes, you're awesome, you can do this, what's coming to you, you deserve? Or are you going to sit there and tell yourself, like, no, you can't do this? You know, you have X, Y, and Z of negative issues, you cannot do this, unless it's something that is clearly, you honestly can't, for whatever reason. There's, because there's always exceptions. Then, in all honesty, the only thing holding you back is you. And how much longer are you going to keep telling yourself that you're waiting for the right time? Like I said, I've done this personally in my own life, and it held me back for years. Like, even when it came to the relationship that I was in previously, I definitely kept telling myself, like, oh no, I can't do this. Right now's not the right time. Just hold on a little bit longer. You can hold on a little bit longer, waiting for the right timing, and at the end of the day, there was no right timing. And when you really think about it, you guys, even when it feels right, if you really look back at that time, you can probably find all the negatives at that time that would have stopped you if you weren't so set on getting to that goal. And that's for everything in life. I feel like that's definitely something. If I go for a certain promotion, and you know what I mean, like I'm over here like, oh, I'm doing so great, this is where I'm at. If I really go back to before I was promoted, I can probably find all those negatives, like, oh, you know what, um I can't work those hours, or I can't do this, or whatever it is. You start looking at it and you're like, huh, like why was that not an issue back then, in your mind? So I feel like we always have in our mind some things that we feel we can just slip into. And then there are times, just depending where you're at, where you're with your life and how you're feeling, where we're just like so focused on all this negative that you don't realize, like, hey, you can figure this out. Like, take a step back, breathe, and sometimes it's just going with the flow. And wherever you land, you land. And unfortunately, if you don't land correctly, you got to learn from it and you know restructure what you're going to do. Okay, guys. So that's pretty much the message for today. It was a pretty short one. I'm going to be doing your guided tarot messages now. So give me a second to pull that card. Okay, so the first card is going to be the Hermit. So I'm feeling like, which is funny because it kind of goes with my message. I feel like you're holding yourself back. I feel like you have the tools, like the light. He has this light. He has this stick, to make it to the end goal. But you're just like so negative that you're just stuck. You're just stuck in yourself almost. Um, and I don't want to say it's almost like a negative energy, but it is. It's almost, but to yourself though. It's not like something else is holding you back. You're doing this to yourself. You have the right tools. You're ready to go. You can figure it out, and you're just not doing it. And I feel more like this is something that you went through. Like I just felt like you felt stuck. Like you felt like you had to be within, or you can be only within yourself. I don't know why I got that message. Like you just felt like you had to be within yourself, like no, almost kind of like nobody understands me. You know how sometimes you just kind of like the Hermit, you just kind of go in within yourself and you kind of like just freeze. You're scared to move forward. But you have the tools, you guys. You can definitely move forward. Okay, the second card is the Two of Cups. And this one's actually pretty awesome with this because this makes me feel like you're moving forward to a situation that's like equal give and take. Um, Everything, it's balanced, you know? You can even see it from right here. It's balanced. I feel almost like a vibe, as in like you're getting what you deserve. You're getting what's meant for you. Um, I feel like this could be for some people, but it's almost like you're in a situation where, like I said, it made you feel alone. It made you feel powerless. And you're getting out of that. And you have to get yourself into a situation where it's equal give and take. And that's all on you guys. You have to like look for all those negatives and see what you can take out of your life so you can get to this equal give and take situation, you guys. And now the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, you guys, is about taking that challenge, being, knowing that you're prepared, knowing that you're ready to go, even if you're not fully prepped. So kind of like I was saying, even in this reading, sometimes you can tell yourself like, oh, right now it's not the right time, but it's definitely the right time. You need to take that challenge. And what's crazy about this card is I'm feeling like, he's ready to go. He has these wands that he's like trying to fight off. But I almost have like this feeling like there's nobody on the bottom, you guys. Like it's all in your head, like there's these sticks, and he's over here thinking like, oh, I'm gonna have this battle. I'm ready to go, but it's not. You know what I mean? Like there's nobody there. Who's he gonna battle? A bunch of sticks. I almost kind of feel like it's all mentally, like it's all within you, on making this choice, going down your right path, accepting this challenge. I kind of almost feel like you have to accept this challenge. You have the tools. This is going to be an equal give and take situation, and you're ready to go. You just have to take that plunge. Okay, and then for your guided message, I got Speak Your Truth with Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me speak with integrity. And what I get from that is basically not just speaking in your truth, but living your truth, be honest about what you want. Be honest about, how you're feeling. I don't know why I'm getting like a lot of, like I said, emotions. Um, so I almost feel like if you can talk it out with somebody, I feel like you're gonna have a talk with somebody. This could be for some of you, but you're gonna have a talk with somebody and just be very honest. You're gonna have this honest conversation that's gonna help you, take on that challenge, and you're gonna realize, like, it's me. Like, it's all my mindset, it's all my subconscious, and something that happened to me is I remember I was having a conversation with a friend of mine, and they were telling me actually what they wanted to do, and they were going into all these things, which is funny because, again, they literally said, like, oh, right now isn't the right time. And I remember at that time asking, well, what's holding you back? And then they were like, well, it's this. And then I was like, oh, okay, well, what if you start investing small and then, like, you do this? And then, next thing you know, they called me the next day, and they were like, when I really looked at it and thought about it, you're right. I'm not going to go full on to that end goal, of what they wanted. He's like, I have to start off in baby steps. And now they're doing like very great in that business that they decided to start. And it all just came from a conversation. Sorry about that, you guys. So it all came from a conversation. So I almost feel like you have to speak it out. You have to talk about it. There's going to be somebody that's going to help you get that, whether it's a friend, family member. But be very honest. And I feel like you're going to have to be a little bit open to it because, like I said, I almost feel like you're going to be fighting it a little. But you're fine. You're totally fine. And this person is going to make you realize that. Yeah, they're going to help you realize that. Okay, you guys. So that's the end of this message. Let me know what you guys think. As always, follow, subscribe, and follow me on my other social media. Okay, have a great week, everybody.